Hello everyone, my name's Dean, let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is November 17th, 2024. And I already made a video about my technical analysis on Bitcoin and what I believe it's very likely to do this weekend, at some point this weekend or early on Monday. And nothing's really changed. But I feel the need to make another video because of what I see. I don't see anybody, and I mean anybody, talking about the other side of the trade. And this is a tell. So when you're in cryptocurrency, when you're in trading anything, right? When you're a trader, we have a saying, and the saying goes, the market makes the fool out of most. Okay, or a fool out of most. The market makes a fool out of most. So, and typically we also have a saying, beware of the crowd, counter trade the crowd. So I'm just gonna go through crypto Twitter right now. I don't know if it's my crypto Twitter or maybe it's just me, but literally, and I'm not exaggerating, other than one analyst, nobody, and I mean nobody, has even mentioned the possibility of us retracing seriously, despite our being in extreme greed, and despite what the technicals say, despite where we're at on the charts. I mean, the charts are screaming. And I'm going to say this. I don't necessarily think that all of these people are bad analysts or bad traders. I just think this is what we mean by, it's all emotions. Like trading is all emotions. And I'm going to get into that in a second. But first, let me just stay with me here. Okay, so Miles Ducher, and I'll give him credit. Miles, if you're listening, shout out to you, is literally the only fucking person I've seen even mention the idea of a retracement. The only one in my feed. I'm not going to look for these guys. I'm not watching all their videos. But of like the big accounts, I haven't seen one saying even the possibility that we could retrace. So he's saying, not based on the charts, but this is what he does. Or what is this? Like, he does these kind of these analyses using other indicators, and he's pretty good at that. I think that's his thing. So he's seeing a pattern that's indicating a likely local top in Bitcoin. Okay, Pentoshi, huge account. If you're sleeping right now, you're doing it wrong. Rect Capital, huge account. In 2013, it took 6 weeks of upside into price discovery before Bitcoin experienced any sort of deeper pullback. 2017, Bitcoin rallied 8 weeks into price discovery before a deeper pullback. In 2021, Bitcoin rallied 4 weeks into price discovery before a deeper pullback. I think he's not very like, I'm saying this. He always likes to be very like coy, and he doesn't like to take strong takes, strong stances, right? He's not putting his chest out and saying it, but he's insinuating, I'll use the word insinuating, that don't expect a deep pullback until like a few weeks into the rally. Horrible analysis. Terrible. Okay, that Martini guy, I mean, this guy is... The Bitcoin CME gap is at 92,000. He also tweeted earlier, I don't have it here, but he said, super cycle? He's hilarious. All right. And this also goes to show a lot of these people have made a lot of money in crypto, don't know shit about analysis, clearly, right? They're horrible technicians. So, you can be good and still not make money. You could be horrible at this and still make money. So, go figure. All right. Again, like I said, fear and greed index is really high. What does that mean? That typically indicates, we're due for a pullback because there's too much greed, right? when we're in the 90s. I mean, that's extreme greed. You're looking for a pullback. This is where you take profit, because most people feel like, oh, I'm gonna just keep putting it in, and the market sort of is overheated. Okay, this is really the shocking bit to me. The bad technique. I don't even know how to say it. It's so frustrating. The horrible analysis, like, it's not even close to right. Okay, so this is Satoshi Flipper. He says on the hourly time frame, Bitcoin is clearly in this wedge. It looks like a pennant he's trying to show here. But like, there's no proper test of this support level, right? If this were a proper pennant, like, you don't have a good proper test of this support level, and you don't have strong tests of the resistance either. It's not a very fleshed out pennant in any case. Crypto Rover, another big account guy, made a lot of money. Clearly, he has this sort of bull flag that we were in. We hit the target, and he seems to think that the target goes even higher than the actual target. Okay, again, horrible analysis. At the very least, expect some sort of pullback before a continuation, right? And again, I told you last video, what did I say? I said, what they're gonna say, if we get a pullback, they're gonna say it's a black swan. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's very few proper, serious technicians like that are big accounts. There's some, obviously there have to be, but like, the ones that make it on your crypto Twitter feeds aren't it. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Obviously, if we look at Bitcoin, it's still doing what we said it was likely to do, right? We're at this point where it's likely a top feature, right? Remember, when we talk about tops and bottoms, we talk about rounded features. We talk about you're making sort of an attempt to go higher, right? You make one attempt, you make another attempt, and then you make one last attempt. And typically that looks like our head and shoulders, right? Bearish reversal pattern. This is why in pattern analysis we have such a pattern. And these typically break down, okay? Again, no pattern does anything 100% of the time, but that's typically what it looks like when you have a top. It looks rounded with a top hat feature and two shoulders. That's exactly what you're seeing, okay? And I'm not going to rehash my analysis from last video, because all of that is still valid and nothing's changed. We're at the target where we should have hit, given the larger pattern that we broke out of. Okay, so 92K, 92K, we're there. Now we retrace. Very normal, very natural. Now the question is, it shouldn't be, are we retracing? Like, the idea that we're going to pump from here, even on the small time frames, is ludicrous. I mean, this doesn't look bullish at all. And pat yourselves on the back. If you're watching this video and you're like, no shit, Dean, that doesn't look bullish, you're going to do really well when things do pump. And this is a great time. I don't want to make people think I'm bearish. I'm bearish in the immediate short term. But generally speaking, we've waited months, years for this opportunity where we're so close, we can taste it. And this is one thing I wanted to talk about. Why are these people that sometimes, there are others that I didn't even mention or show, like big accounts that typically do decent analysis, completely missing this because they're emotionally invested in this pump. They're emotionally invested in the market moving, and I get it. I fucking get it. We haven't moved in so long. This is the first time in such a long time that altcoins are moving. This is the first time in such a long time that Bitcoin's moving to these levels. We're close, but we're not quite yet there. And A lot of these altcoin pumps, not all of them, but a lot of them are B waves or initial breaks needing a retest before the actual break. Okay, so they're following what Bitcoin's doing. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. So be very careful. I mean, the crowd's typically wrong. One, two. If everybody's saying one thing and Bitcoin fear and greed is all the way in the 90s at extreme, and you're seeing these features in the market, you might want to take profit. It might be a good idea to take profit. Wait for the flush, reinvest, because you will do really well. And we are extremely close. Where everybody is right, I will agree, is that we're extremely close to face melting, proper, bullish, bull market price action. So this is what I wanted to say on this Sunday afternoon. Just to reiterate my last video, if you haven't seen my last video, it's posted on the channel. Yeah, and I hope everybody's well, everybody's taking advantage of this price action and can take advantage of what is coming very soon. I'm bullish on the whole, but in the immediate short term, not at all. Wait, please, please, please wait for the flush before you reinvest in this market. So many people out of blind, I don't know, just bad analysis and, just losing their minds because they're so excited of what's coming are going to lose their positions and lose a lot of money when this does flush. That's all I'll say. All right, take care, everyone. Bye. Oh, like, share, and subscribe. Consider buying me a coffee at the link below if you got value. All right, take care.